Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. Decided to bring out the clay this time. I don't know, something about it. You kind of think a little Lord of the Rings-ish sort of a thing. And I want to talk a little bit about fellowship and friendship and just good people, particularly in the pipe community. And I'm not going to tell you right away what's in the bowl, because that's actually part of the story. So, as I always say, let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. So, not too long ago, we were up to Purdue University to visit our daughter, who's a sophomore there. And I don't know why it had never really occurred to me to see if there were any pipe shops in that area. But we got up there, we're going to have to spend a day kind of messing around, visiting different stores and so forth. And so while we were out there, while we were up there, I decided to do that. I said, hey, I'm going to look stuff up. And of course, you got all the vape shops and stuff. And I was like, I'm not interested in that. And I found one. It's called Crossroads Cigars. We're going to put the URL in the notes for the video, so be sure to check it out. There are two distinct communities. There is the city of Lafayette, Indiana, and West Lafayette, Indiana. And Purdue is located in West Lafayette. The Crossroads Cigar Shop is in Lafayette, literally right next to each other. So, I had a little bit of time, popped in there. Went in with my son. My wife and daughter waited in the car. They weren't interested in going in. And as soon as we went in, boy, you knew this was a cool place to be. It's fairly small. But as soon as you walk in, you're into the opening area of the store, and immediately in front of you, you see the opening area of the cigar lounge. Where people can enjoy a pipe or cigar, whatever. I believe they had some TVs in there. Didn't pay as much attention to that, but I believe that they did. So I start off looking at the pipes in the display case at the front. They had some nice things. They had some Petersons. Like I was looking at a Peterson. Had a couple Mearshams that were nice. Not a huge selection, but a few nice pipes. Of course, they had their cigar stuff to sell and various other some pipe tools, lighters, that kind of thing. Then slightly around the corner, they had a fair number of Missouri Mearshams. Almost picked up another Missouri Mearsham. And I thought, I don't need that right now. So I thought, but I love to support the local stores. Right? I'd love to support the brick and mortar stores. We got to do that, folks, because those folks are having a hard time. So I thought, I'll pick up a pack of pipe cleaners. I'll just get that. So I'm paying for the pipe cleaners. And another gentleman had come in by that point. There was a couple guys sitting in the lounge that were smoking. And a guy came in. He was looking for a particular cigar, which he found. And then he kind of noticed me that I was buying these pipe cleaners. We started up a little conversation, and he starts asking me kind of, what do you smoke, that sort of thing. And then he gestured toward the mason jars filled with the tobacco, which I had noticed. I glanced at them. And I had some tins as well, various, all the usual stuff that you might expect to find. And he pointed to one in particular, and he said, man, that is some really, really good stuff. I really enjoy it. Well, as he got to talking about that drew an older gentleman from the lounge. He comes towards us, and he says, oh, yeah, that is really good stuff. Says it's worth it. Go ahead and get a bag. Worth it to try it. And I thought, hey, what the heck? I'd already bought the pipe cleaners. I said, ring me up a baggie full of that. So here it is. And obviously, clay is not really a clencher there. So let's kind of get this baggie in better shape. But here's the baggie, and you see it says RLP6. That's what the fellow who ran the shop just wrote on there as the quick label. I did have enough sense to take a picture of the jar, which I'm going to put here in the video. We'll bring that up for you right now. But it says Lane Limited RLP 6, Golden Virginia, Burley, and Toasted Cavendish. Join forces for this classically American aromatic, also known as Helmsman. So, got it. Was happy to support the local shop there. Got back home, day or two, fired it up, and boy, do I like it. And that's what I've got in here right now. I love it. And I was a little bit hesitant because I'd tried some Lane 1Q before, and I wasn't that impressed. And everybody raves about it, but I don't know, didn't really do it for me. And so I thought, this is Lane. I'm not sure. In fact, they had some Lane 1Q, and I did. I sniffed both mason jars. And this certainly had a better aroma than the 1Q. That's part of what led me to go ahead and get it. Like I say, I've now smoked several bowls with it. I really, really enjoy it. Just a delightful smoke and a very, very nice flavor. Definitely going to be getting some more of this stuff. But what I want to talk about really more than just the tobacco. These guys in the shop. And I think you're going to find this in a lot of places. I think you can find some guys run into the hardware store. Stranger runs into you at the auto parts store. It's the kind of thing we used to see at the barber shop all the time. Obviously, a bar or a saloon, public house. Ball games. On the whole, I've found people are generally pretty friendly. Oh, sure, you get your crank now and then, but on the whole, I've found people to be quite friendly. But when it is a shared interest, like maybe something having to do with sports or tools or cars, or in this case, pipes and tobacco, you often find that people like to help each other out. They like to introduce things to people. Say, hey, did you know about this? Have you tried that? I think you might be interested in this. That's certainly what I've found on the YouTube piping community. I found it in the Facebook groups having to do with pipes. Certainly, there are many, many comments, emails, and things on this channel. In fact, that's part of the reason I think I started the Briarside Chat. And again, if you would ever like to be a guest on the Briarside Chat, please shoot me an email, perkinspipes@gmail.com. Would love to have you as a guest, and we can sit and talk and be friendly together, right? But here were two guys. I don't think they knew each other. Neither one of them knew me. And yet we just immediately struck up this instant camaraderie. They were so eager to help. They were so eager to. Eager is the right word. But I feel like joy is a little bit too strong. But there was a clear happiness or joy to what they were saying. They were happy to introduce a new brother of the burley, right? A new brother of the briar, to something that he had not tasted or tried before. They were eager to share the good qualities of it. These guys didn't work there. There wasn't the hard sell. It wasn't anything like that. It just was guys wanting to make connections with other guys. And man, I got to tell you, I just love that. So I got several questions for you on this video. One, do you know this one? The Lane RLP6, also called Helmsman. Do you know that one? I certainly did not. If so, what do you think of it? Please give us your feedback on that. Would love to hear from you. What experiences have you had with kindly strangers? Whether they have been kind toward you or you have been kind toward them. Start off specifically regarding pipes and tobacco, but then regarding anything else, really. Would love to hear your stories of friendly fellowship with people you may not know. Folks, as Malcolm Guite likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I like to say in Latin, Parva ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.